Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Tamisha Denis, and we are in Dentist Live. I'm continuing last week's topic where I was actually I actually was designing a dental crown. So today I'm actually going to be showing you guys my milling unit, and we're actually going to be milling 2 crowns. So I'm still going to take some questions and everything coming up. But we're just going to go ahead and get started with this. I'm just pressing on. And if you've ever been on my live before, you know I like when everybody says hello. So everything's still calculating. But I like when everybody says hello. And then I'll give you a shout out. Hi, Adir. How are you? I know it's really late over there. I love it when everybody says hello, tell me where they're from. If you guys have any questions, awesome. If you have any questions, I know you enjoyed the video from last week, so we're gonna just keep the second half that I couldn't do. Hi, Golden Goods, how are you? Oh, there it goes. All right, so this is pretty interesting to watch. Oh, awesome, we're gonna meet Sam. Hi, Sam. All right, so you can see this gets kind of loud, so I hope that it's not too annoying for everyone. But I'm gonna kind of explain how this works. But the way that it works is that we have this puck is made out of zirconia. Zirconia is a material that we use in dentistry a lot now. We don't use the old stuff that we used to. And what it does is it uses this, hi Kate. They use this block, and then there are 3 kinds of burrs. I'm gonna get a little closer. And you can see that 1, 2, 3 thing going on there. So what happens is, and you can't see what's happening on the back side, but this arm is gonna continue to move. And little by little, and this is about 30 minutes that it takes. Hi Mitch, how are you? You'll see it's gonna start to carve out the shape of the crown. So first it starts off with this really, really big burr that you can see is working there, and you can kind of see the powder flying. And you also can see the other, I guess it's like 5 total circles of where previous crowns were milled. And then it just kind of chops it all up. And we're gonna see little by little how it starts to go. It's really cool. This thing is kind of mesmerizing to watch. Yeah. And you'll see, while that, I think I showed last week what a finished milling block looks like, but this only has about, sometimes these pucks can fit something to 12 crowns, depending on what size they are. So look, oh look, you can see. So that's what it was milling just now. So before it was making kind of that inside part of the crown. And it's kind of very crude because it's the first one. And then after that, you're gonna see that it's gonna start to carve out. Now it's carving out the top. So we're actually looking at the opposite side of it. We're looking at the inside that touches the tooth, but before that's what it was carving. So it's still working with that number 1 burr right there. You can see some of the splatter getting onto it. There's actually a shield that we typically put over it, but because I was going to do this live and show it, I wanted to make sure that you're able to see everything. So we get a little closer up and you can kind of see where it's crumbling away. I'm still going to be answering regular questions while the crown is being milled. In order for me to see how much time, if I could see how much time it takes, I think this crown is going to take, well, it's 2 crowns. It's going to take about 25 minutes. And remember, I think I said this last week, even though it takes 25 minutes, that's not the whole process. It's still those little things you see hanging out the side of the crown, they still need to be cut off. We smooth it. And after we smooth it, we put it into an oven. It's called a sintering oven. And that sintering oven is going to take that crown from actually being quite a large size. It reduces it for about 30%. And in that 30%, that's when it turns out to be what the final product is. We polish it, glaze it, refine it and all that. Okay, it's going to switch again. So you can see like how rough it is right now. Super cool. It's like technology at its finest. Oh, I'm a mess today. Okay, if you want to, you're gonna get, I'm wearing my baseball cap today. I'm in my regular clothes. and I didn't have time to change and look decent for this live video, but I will say hello. That's it. That's all you get. That's it. Hi. I've been running errands all day. I know, I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, that's enough. Great. I said, oh, you can see my reflection. Oh no, not really. I don't know if you guys know this, but Tuesdays, usually I don't work the whole day. I work a half day. And usually I do all of my business things. I run around, I run errands. I pick up my kids. I take care of all kinds of things. So it's not always easy for me to do these lives, but I've been so committed. And I love, especially people like Adir and people like that, keep me accountable and say, hey, are you going to come on today? Oh, look, you can see it. It's staying. It's getting more refined. Hi, Rock Simmer. It's so cool. Like, even me, when I see it sometimes, I just sit here and I'm like watching it like, wow, that's so cool. Okay, so now you see the first one, it was using number 1. It's the biggest one. Now it's using number 2. And number 2, oh, something happened. Hold on. I have to press something on the computer, so give me 1 second. Everything's gonna go dark for 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So this thing works on an air compressor, and sometimes the air compressor, I guess it gets funny and it goes out, but it's back. And I just had to press the button. I tried to wipe the screen on the inside of here, so all of that. Oh, something's going on. What is going on? My hygienist is still working, so that might be the issue. I am so sorry, guys. Okay, technical difficulties are not averted. We may have to cut this short because for some reason I need to go investigate. So if you guys want to hang on, you can hang on. And I'll see if I can flip the switch in the other room to make sure. So you see it's blinking, but you can see really well if you look really quick. Hi, Hakan. And you guys can ask me any other questions in the meantime while I'm getting this back together. Okay, so we're going to take a little, did I leave? We're going to take a quick intermission. See me in the dark so I can see what's going on with this switch. Oh, somebody flipped the switch off. That's why everything went off. I think my hygienist didn't know. Please, I apologize for my appearance. And for all of the back and forth. Let's get this back together and play. There we go. Okay, we're back in business. Sorry. So, if, like I said before, it's milling. Someone didn't know that I was here hiding in the back, so they turned off the compressors. But here he goes. Oh, look. So now we're at the finer needle. So we did all the crude details with the 1 and the 2. Well, actually, we're still on 2. I thought we were on 3 now. But we did 1 and 2, and now it's doing all the details. You can't really see what it's doing on the inside, but you can see it. Oh, yeah, kind of you can see. And these things are so intelligent. You see all these little micro movements that it does. I wonder if this qualifies as ASMR. I wonder if this qualifies as ASMR. And feel free to ask any questions if you have anything to say. I got such great comments and questions this week. I absolutely love them. I won't lie, I got a little greedy and I was using, okay, sure. I can explain exactly what this does again. So when we make a dental crown, last week we went over the design. I didn't do a great job designing simply because I was doing it one-handed. So this is called CAD/CAM technology, meaning that this is once upon a time they used to do all of these things by hand, right? So now instead of doing it by hand in a model, if anybody's ever gone to a dental office and gotten a crown done, we put this mushy stuff in your mouth, you bite down on it, we pour those models into stone models, and those stone models, and I'll give you an example of a stone model. For example, a stone model, we have like a stone model like this guy. And this stone model, we use these kinds of models to make crowns, or that's how we used to. Now we take a digital scan, that means inside of someone's mouth, we scan their mouth, and after scanning their mouth, then we take that scan, we put it into a program that helps us to design the crown. After the crown is designed, we load it, the data onto a disc, and this machine will mill the crown. And like you said, like you see how choppy it looks right now? That's not how it's gonna look later, because now it's gonna flip it over. See what was happening on the inside? So now on the inside, that's what it was making. It was making all the details. Before it was kind of weird, really big and chunky. And then it started to get more fine detail. It's gonna get smoother and smoother. They're gonna gloss it over until they get all the details of the crown. After this is done, then what we're going to do is we're going to take those pieces, I cut them off of these little discs, and those discs, they get entered into a sintering oven. And the sintering oven, I was going to see if I could grab one. So just like this, right? So the same thing we place into there, and then all these crowns get cut out. And this is zirconia. We call it a multi-layer because it has more than one color in it. It makes it look more natural. Beautiful case I did earlier. I did 6 crowns on someone. I was finishing up a case, and it came out beautifully because most people's teeth are not just one color. Most people's teeth kind of transition in colors. So most people, it's a little bit darker at the root. Hold on one second. Do you know that they turned the compressor off? I turned it back on. So, yes, most people have a transition in color. So what they do is it starts off as a darker color. If you look at your own teeth, most people are like that. If you're very fortunate, your teeth are one color. But most people, natural, it's a transition. So you'll see this thing says multi-layer as opposed, and you can see it. It's continuing to mill deep down in there. And you see it's getting smoother and smoother. And I'm interested to see when this flips over, what it looks like on the next side. And I have a feeling it's going to do it quite soon because we're about halfway done with the milling of the crown. So we're looking at the inside surface of the crown right now. When it flips over, you're going to see the top portion. Oh, I'm trying to figure out, Mitch, if this qualifies as ASMR because it is oddly satisfying. I don't know if it's you who's requesting for me to do the bib video. I'm going to be doing the bib video. I do have questions about POV. I was going to put it in my own comments and say, is POV mean that you see me, or like what the patient sees from the patient points of view, or is the point of view from my point of view? Like, whose point of view is it? So if anybody can answer those questions, maybe I need to watch some other YouTube videos that do, oh, look, there it goes. Maybe I need to do some other videos to see how other people do point of view. I've seen people cut hair point of view and that sort of thing. So I wonder, the crazy thing is most of the people who are doing dental point of view on YouTube, they're not dentists. Unless somebody can tell me if those people are actually dentists. I've seen a couple of those videos in the past and I'm like, those people are not dentists at all. So I don't know what their perspective would be. They're just kind of weird. But if I do it from a dental perspective, I just need somebody to tell me, and anybody can leave the comments below if they understand how that works. Are you supposed to be seeing me through the whole video and what the patient sees, or am I showing you what I see? So anybody chime in and let me know how that's supposed to go. And anybody who didn't say hello, so look how nice that looks. I wonder if I can zoom in a little bit. Oh, look at that. Isn't that so cool? Even me, I've seen this like a million times. It's so cool. Just showing all the details of how I have a lot of ideas as far as Adir says, do you have, hi Patricia. Oh, my assistant. Hi Patricia, how are you? What time is it in Brazil, by the way? My goodness. Oh, Patricia. Anyways, that question is an amazing question. Do I have any ideas? The answer is absolutely yes. I have a lot of ideas as far as technology is concerned. The problem with me is I would have to figure out, it's kind of like when those people say they go to invent help or something like that, and they want to invent something. I need to know actually how to do it. So I have a lot of implant ideas as far as helping people with dentures, kind of hold the dentures into an implant, because even though you have an implant retained denture, it would be nice to have some other secure. If I tell you my idea, then you'll steal it and do it yourself. I'm just kidding. But I know you are creative. But I have a lot of ideas. I just don't know how to implement them. I also have ideas about solutions and different substances that I'd like to put out in the market. But, you know, all of that takes a lot of resource and things and time more than anything. And that sort of thing, you know, if anybody's ever had an invention who's actually gone through with it, you'll see. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. So now it's just making it nice and smooth. It's going around the edges of it. And this thing is crazy, crazy accurate. Like the accuracy on this thing is bananas. I'm trying to show it from different angles so you can see kind of how it goes in and out. In and out. You know, I feel like this is only interesting for the dental nerd. Anybody else would be like, what on earth is that? But you see the top still needs a little work. Hi, Hakan. So you have had dentures for 3 weeks, and how are you doing with it? Are you getting used to it? Are you able to eat and all that? Oh, from patient's point of view. So you see me the whole time during the POV then. You must see me. So then that means that I have to have somebody holding it so that they can see everything kind of in real time and kind of how they see me. I love it. I love it. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now it's doing all the fine little details on the top. And usually this is the point where it shifts a lot and it starts to go back and forth and kind of shift in different positions. Now it actually looks like something. Before it kind of looks like a weird chunky thing. And then it gets more detailed and detailed. Yeah, I was saying earlier this week, because I had so many great, I'm going to share that with you guys. I had so many great questions and stuff like that. I feel like it gave me so much fuel for me to know some of the videos, even though I have a long list of of videos that I want to do, but it kind of gave me a lot of ideas. So let's see where we're at. Can you grab me that piece of paper that's right there? It's the pink stuff. Thank you. Oh, let's see what it's gonna do. Look at that. So this is an upper molar. Sorry about the dirtiness. That's actually on the glass of the inside, all the powder that's flying and everything like that. So it's putting one of the burrs in, and it took, what number did it take? Let's see what number it took. Took number 1 again, I guess. Oh no, I think it's starting on the new crown. Oh, that one's done then. That one's done. So that's the finished product. It still needs to be polished. Starting on the new crown from scratch. There. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of a shorter one today. As usual, I am very busy and I need to go and take care of my children. If anybody has any other questions, I'll answer them before I go. But I was going to tell you guys, I was going to go through some of the questions. So he said, still feel a little weird, struggling with bottom denture. Yes, 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 yes. The bottom ones are the most harder ones to maintain. The bottom ones, I always say, are the reason that, and I'm sorry if this thing is loud, the bottom dentures are the reason that people even have implants, or reason implants were created, because it is so difficult for dentists to get that bottom denture to stay, with your tongue flipping it up constantly, with the bone kind of shrinking faster than the top bone. So it's hard. And then I know even with the speaking and eating, that's a little bit, we always do like the 55 test, because when you start saying words like 55 or using S sounds and stuff like that, that is when you really notice how much your speech has to do with your lips, your tongue, and your teeth. And once you start to have stuff in your mouth like that, it really, really gives you some perspective on how important that is. So I totally understand that. Make sure you're taking good care of them. I have a video about making sure you wash your dentures with soap and water and not with toothpaste, because toothpaste is for teeth. I say that all the time. Toothpaste is for teeth. So make sure that you're doing all those things, and you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. Are you thinking of doing implants in the future? Or is this your first step, or this is your final step? Look at that. This is a little bit of a different crown, because this is an implant crown. So it has a little hole in the middle, as opposed to the other one that is completely empty. So you see that's a lot smaller. That hole is a lot smaller. Yay. Thank you, Mitch. You're sweet. That's sweet. All right, I'm going to tell you some while we're waiting for this next crown to mill, and I'm going to wrap it up soon. I'm going to tell you some of the video ideas that... Yes, I would love to take more videos of, sorry, I was going to say something and then Adir said something else. So I would love to do more videos of me taking care of my patients. However, sometimes YouTube doesn't like me to do those videos, because a lot of my videos, yes, they have blood and they don't look so nice, and they have something against the inside of people's mouths. Usually I get some sort of like inappropriate strike because of having stuff like that. So I can do more of those videos. I actually have a really good video like to upload of a live implant with a patient that I did a while ago. But I also, the thing is with that, there's also a HIPAA. I find that my patients are very willing to do videos like that. They do take, it is quite difficult for me to do them too, because that means that I have to have someone else hold the camera or my phone or whatever while I'm working, and another assistant. So I have to have like a second person in the room just recording, which I've done in the past. So it also depends on how busy or not the office is, because my office tends to get very busy. So it's hard to slow down. But I do want to do a couple more. That's why doing myself is easy, because it's me. I don't have to get permission from anyone to do myself. That's why I do a lot of dentists at the dentist, because it's easy. And the point of view video, that should be pretty easy for me to do. I'm going to be doing some videos on whitening and aligners soon. Oh, look, I'm going to talk about what I was going to say originally, which is somebody asked me about toothpaste. I'm going to do a toothpaste video soon. Someone was asking me about dry socket soon. I had a request, I think his name was John. And John, if you're listening right now, was asking me about how I take care of my own teeth. Someone asked me for a veneer video, point of view video. We already know. Adir is the one who asked me about sinus lift. Someone else, if I remember all the names, I'm trying to remember everybody's name, was asking me about how we measure gums and gum disease, laughing gas, replacing fillings. So got a lot to do. Unfortunately for me, a full-time dentist, so I don't always have time to do all of these things, but I try to make time. And sometimes I have, yes, I do. Sometimes, and that's the list I got from people's suggestions, subscribers' suggestions. That's not even all of the ones that I have. Look at that. All of the ones that I have ideas for. So crazy amount of videos. We're doing a lot of CBD in the office now. We're doing a lot of oil pulling in the office now. So it's, I have a lot to do. So usually on Tuesdays when I get these lives in. I try to multitask and get as much editing and things like that possible. I was actually thinking of doing a video about my YouTube studio at my home and kind of how I decorated it and how I'm going to revamp it a little bit. So, you know, a lot to do. I'm a busy lady. So look, it's doing the same thing. All right. I feel like you guys just want to hang out. Nobody has any questions today. That's okay with me. Let's see. There we go. Hi, that's the Poland. That's Poland, right? I never could say. Prozdrowi. Maybe if you could give me a phonetic way to say that. You're from Poland, right? I think so. Yes. I try to remember everybody and everything. And mind you, I'm also the kind of person who remembers my patients. And I also usually remember stories about them and things like that. Yeah, you are from Poland. So I have a lot of teeth in my head. I have a lot of people in my head. I see a lot of people and I do a lot of work, and I've seen some people a long time and I still remember everything about their mouths. So it's just, I mean, it's the profession. It's the profession. I was going to do a video about why they say dentists commit suicide. I know that's not a nice topic, but everybody always asks me about that. Oh, look at how beautiful this crown is. This is, that's a lower molar. Yes, this is a lower molar. This is actually tooth number 31. This other tooth is tooth number 3. And you can see kind of how different the anatomy is. I don't know if any of my dental students, dentists, or other people want me to do a video. See, I have a crazy amount of video ideas. A video about dental anatomy. And I don't mean like the parts of the tooth. I mean the actual anatomy. All those grooves, believe it or not, have names. I don't know who on earth cares about that if you're not in the dental field, but some people do. Hey, why not? I'm curious, and leave it in the comments below if you want to tell me, when you watch these videos at these times, what are you guys normally doing? Are you driving in your car home from work? Are you at home lounging already? I know Israel, you guys are going to sleep. European people, you guys, it's late at night. Like, what are you guys normally doing? I'm always curious about that. What is everybody doing when they're hanging out in live? Are they sitting on their couches? Are they driving? Is it just a drone of my voice? I think I would have a very great voice to put people to sleep because I talk a lot. Now, since I talk a lot, maybe people just listen to it. I personally listen to something called Good Vibes on YouTube to go to sleep, and they have all kinds of videos, chakra cleansing and positive, vibrations and things like that. I like to listen to those kinds of things, but I wonder if I listen to my self-talk. Well, I couldn't listen to my self-talk or listen to someone talk, or an audiobook would sound like me to put me to sleep. Right? Sounds like an awesome video, right? Which video? Yes, Patricia, because I just talk. So we're almost done. Yeah, so make sure you leave the comments below. Adir, I thought you said a friend was going to join you named Sam. Maybe Sam couldn't wake up because it's so late over there and it's time to go to sleep. Patricia, is it the same time in Brazil as it is in Florida? He is here. Hi, Sam. It's 8:20. Is it like 8:20 p.m.? Wow. So it's later there. Ah, interesting. So it must be more east than us. I thought it was going to be earlier over there. Look, I learned something about geography and time zones. It's okay. Not everybody on here wants to talk, and that's okay. All right, I'm going to start wrapping it up soon. If you want to see the rest of this, it's almost done. Oh, I don't see the timer on there, but that one is pretty much done. Oh, thank you. Don't hate me. I say, look at me. Do I look like a dentist? Oh, yes, I did explain the difference between DDS and DMD. I hope that made sense. Adir, you're so funny. Because People ask me that all the time, and I don't know. You know what? Well, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to show you something really quick about my diploma before we get off, and that'll be the end of it. So I'm going to kind of let you, so you don't, that's my fingers. Oh, I got my nails done today. So I'm just going to block it for a second so we can do a quick run to my office. And if you saw my other videos, we have it. So my diploma is in Latin. I can't even read it myself. Dentary Medicine Doctoris. That's my diploma, because I went to Penn, and I don't know why they like to put these in Latin to make it fancy. But yeah, Doctor of Dental Medicine, DDS, makes no difference. Everybody still practicing dentist, it makes no difference for your license. It's just really one of those differentiations. Yeah, but it's too much. Very unprofessional. Thank you. But yeah, that's it. Nobody ever asked me about where I went to school. That's just one of those things that people don't care about. People judge you based on your presentation and if you sound like you know what you're talking about. I always say that. It's really, really important for confidence to know what you're talking about, to communicate, because communication is just as important as practicing dentistry. Because if your patients don't understand why on earth you're doing, oh, look, you can see me in the background, why on earth you're doing what you're doing, it really doesn't matter. People need confidence for sure. Oh, gal, for God, you never saw my office before? Here, I'll give you again. I did my first live that I did outside of my house, which I typically do all my lives at home. I did a little quick tour. So when I do a point of view, I'll have it from coming in from here, because I know most people. So that's that. And then here's our little sign. The TV is still playing. You can see me. See? And we did, nobody's here. But here's a room in a room. All right, I'm going to sign out soon. Oh, Patty. Patty's gone. Oh, it's my hygienist chair. I thought that she was still here. I am close to Boca Raton. We are very close to Boca Raton, actually. 15 minutes, 10 minutes away from Boca Raton. Are you going to be in Boca? If you're going to be in Boca, let us know. Okay. All right, everybody. How should I let us end this today? How about that? It's one of my favorite things. Meditate upon that. It's Fibonacci. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. You know, I like to give shout outs. So everybody say goodbye. By Mitch, by Adir, by Gal for God, by Rock Simmer, by the P word, the P from Poland that I can never remember, by Patricia, by everyone. Rock Simmer, I said I didn't miss you. Anybody else? Patty, I thought you were gone. Hi, Patty. Bye, Adir. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Don't forget to comment below. You guys have some questions to answer for me. What are you guys doing when you're watching these videos? All right.